Shades of Green radio show on KDWN 720 AM, 101.5 FM here in Las Vegas. Our show is produced by Green Alliance and sponsored by NV Energy, and I'm your host, Paul Ira. Today in studio we have Brian Kunec, president of KB Home, and Craig LeMessurier, senior public. Let me get that straight. Senior Director of Public Relations with KB Home. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
We were talking a little bit about home automation as we went to break. Let's go back into that. It is kind of a new age of smart homes, and here we are with Consumer Electronics Show all this week here in Las Vegas. I guess it's like the biggest show in the world.
Yes, for this particular item, and the biggest show in our city as far as the number of people that turn out. About 180,000.
180,000 people will come to this show, so that's a pretty big show. Bigger than my house parties, that's for sure.
The casinos were going crazy last night, I can tell you
I
that.
bet. The strip has got to be a zoo right now.
Oh, yeah.
The new said
humming.
the economic impact is $265 million.
265 million in a week.
Yeah,
Wow.
love it.
So a great time to go get lost on the strip. So speaking of all this new high-tech stuff we're going to be seeing at the show, tell us more about your smart homes and home automation and what you're including in the new age.
Yeah, so Paul, a lot of our new KB homeowners are expecting more and more as far as smart home features go. There's a big trend in that direction, obviously. And at KB, we want to keep up with the trend and be ahead of the trends on the digital side. So, our motto is, we build homes for people's lifestyle, their preferences, but their budget as well. So what we want to do is take that to the next level with our built-to-order model, in that you come into our home studio and you could select structural options, you could select interior options, and now we have, obviously we're getting into with the Google Home partnership, a third layer of that, to where you could customize your home beyond the the initial setup and what we offer as far as our standard package, to make your home, the smart home of your dreams, as far as, again, adding indoor and outdoor lights, the Wi-Fi enabled front door locks, things of that nature.
That's something I would like to have. I moved from a house with a two-car garage, when you open your house with your garage door opener. Now I have a carport, and I have to unlock the door, and that seems so barbaric to have to use a key to get into my house.
But you can do a lot more with these homes, and buyers, like Brian said, they're expecting it. They want to come in, they want to be able to set scenes. You can say, walk in your house when the game's on, right? Hey Google, the Knights are on, right? The lights will change to a different color. The TV puts the Knights game on, and it might say, play some pump-up music on the Google speaker.
Yeah, in fact, that's a good point, Craig. At our project house out at Inspirada that's getting unveiled here at CES, there's another command to where you just say, hey Google, I'm leaving. And so when you say that, it'll shut off the music, it'll shut off all your lights in your house, it'll roll your shades down automatically, and it'll set your security system as well. So just off that one command, it does multiple functions.
That's great. I kind of cut my teeth in sales selling building automation. So I've automated airports, capital complexes. So having that in your home and have it voice command is really kind of a big deal. That's the kind of thing I should have in my home, coming from that arena. So would it automatically set your temperature back too?
Absolutely. Yeah. So, and again, you could, and not only that, but you could, again, with different commands, program it to do different things, and the lighting as well. There was one function we had they set up that said it was more of like you wanted to relax. It was your relax function. So Google, put it into relax mode, and what it does is it dims the lights down. It puts on more soothing music, and so it basically creates different settings and atmospheres for you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you were calling them scenes, Craig, like a choreography or a scene of a play or something like that. You're kind of casting your home in different
Whether
settings.
you're going to bed or getting up in the morning or taking a shower, in your bathroom, you can have lights turn on to a certain shade or certain color. Or if you're getting up in the middle of the night, you can have a light dim so you're walking in the bathroom, it's not blinding you.
And they have it dialed down to the exact feature. So as an example, in the master bath at the project house, they programmed it to have a Jack command, meaning the son's going in to take a shower, and a Jill command, meaning the daughter is. So when you say the Jack command, both mirrors are wired with the lighting as well. So when you say the Jack, only one of the mirrors turns on, the shower setting turns on to exactly the temperature and stuff. And then if you say the Jill command, that mirror shuts off, the other mirror turns on for Jill on the other side. So it's pretty neat what's going on in the smart home environment right now.
I thought you were going to tell me on the Jack command the toilet seat would come up and on Jill command it would go down.
Well,
we got more
we
about
have that as well.
Good point. Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a self-cleaning toilet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can you talk a little bit more about the Project Home at Inspirata? This is something you just unveiled. It's going out nationally and just in time for CES. I think that's really neat.
Yes, Stan. So absolutely. So this is a house we're very proud of. So this has been going on for over a year between the planning and the construction of. So we had collaboration meetings with our sponsors and partners going way back to over a year ago. We started the construction right around July of this year and completed in October. And it has all the latest technology that we want to demonstrate and show off. It's a 3 to 4 bedroom house with 2 baths. It's a 2-story house, and it has it's approximately 3,200 square feet. And so it's a neat setup to where it's got a main floor that's a living floor. It basically functions as a 1-story, but it also has what we're calling a suite upstairs. And it's a suite that could get secured by a door if you have people that are living up there that are part of your family. Or part of our thought process here was you could also secure that door. It has its own separate entry from the outside. And you could use it to offset your payments if you wanted to have a tenant up there or you wanted to do an Airbnb or anything of that sort. It helps with the cost of home ownership. And so our whole purpose of that was to have that door that would seal. So if you had people, if you had your kids home from college and you wanted them, or kids after college are still staying home and living with you like happens nowadays, you could keep that door open and it's freely functioning between the first and second floor. But if you have other folks like tenants or things of that sort, you could seal that door off.
Could even be for a caregiver. You know, a big thing now is aging in place. So if you're living downstairs and there's a master down and there's a master up, caregiver could live upstairs and take care of you as you get older. You're not going to have to move out.
I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to think of it as like a casita on the second floor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
correct.
That's interesting. A multi-function house. It's adaptable to a new family could move in there and adapt it to how they wanted to use it.
We even have a movable wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul, I was going to bring that up. The other really neat function is we have a space that's about 150 square feet. We call it our flex room, and because we have a wall that moves back and forth with the flick of the switch on the wall, you could move it all the way back and it opens up an entertaining space and makes the space bigger if you want, or you can move it forward, seal doors off that are within the movable wall, and a Murphy bed goes down and you can make it into a bedroom. And you could also make it into a study. There's a desk that sits below the Murphy bed, and you don't have to move it at all. It actually just folds down right over top of it. So it has 3 different functions within the same space.
Yeah,
That's
I really
pretty
like
wise.
that. When I walked in the front door, that was the first thing you showed me, and I thought, hey, I'm in a James Bond movie here with that wall moving backwards gradually. It's a motorized wall on 2 tracks. The whole wall shifts backwards, and there's pocket doors on either side to go in and out of the room, so those slide in and out. So it was pretty amazing. I thought it was gonna.
Pretty nice wet bar in there as well.
Oh,
on that
that's
wall.
right. Yes. Yeah.
In the wall.
In
Yeah.
the wall.
Yeah.
This is a great concept. I like this idea.
Well, the thought process too is, Paul, is people are looking at the cost of home ownership nowadays, and at KB we constantly are trying to focus on affordability. So from our standpoint, if somebody could buy a smaller home but have a flex space to where they could use it, the same space for 3 to 4 different things, all within a smaller home, which allows it to be more affordable, we think that's a game winner right there.
That's great.
Let me see. You got a room with a desk, a wet bar, and a bed. I'd never leave the room.
There you go, 150 square feet. It's your
Yeah.
What else does a guy need?
Yeah, exactly. And I like the wine refrigerator. It was
Yeah.
Vino Temp, I think. And so they have basically about 4 or 5 bottles. It's got clear glass doors on it, and they have like different vintages of wine hooked to pour spouts. So you can basically, and it's chilled at the same time. So I thought that was really neat. Something to see.
I can see myself spending a lot of time in that room. We'll get further into some of the other rooms when we come back to Shades of Green on KDWN. We'll be right back.